Hey, yo, what's good? So, Gennady Golovkin fought on Saturday against Willie Monroe Jr. He knocked him out in the sixth round this past Saturday. And with each Gennady Golovkin victory since he burst into the United States scene back in 2012, people have been wanting him to step up in competition. And since that moment, people have been saying, well, these fools don't want to fight him. The best people in his division don't want to fight him. So then, of course, it's like you got the other side and this side. They're like, well, he should move up. He should move up in competition. Since no one in his division wants to fight him, then he should move up in weight to find someone that wants to fight him, someone that could actually challenge him. And then I've actually seen comments. I'm not calling anyone out with this. This is not a direct call out to anyone else. This is just an opinion to those who say that Gennady Golovkin should move up in weight and fight Andre Ward, who hasn't fought in almost 2 years, by the way. And he's not fighting the stiff competition in his comeback, by the way. Anyway, so people have been wanting him to step up because they've been wanting him to challenge himself. And I've even seen comments that say Triple G should pick on someone his own size. Gennady Golovkin's not a big middleweight, guys. He's not a big middleweight. Willie Monroe was bigger than him, man. Martin Murray was bigger than him. You're telling me he's not a natural middleweight, that he should move up. Maybe his power isn't natural to the middleweight division, but he got freakish power. That's what these fools running scared of. But I made this video to say that, of course, as you can see as a title, that Triple G should not move up. That he should build his legacy as a great middleweight. The middleweight division has its history all the way down, man. Since Henry Armstrong, Sugar Ray Robinson, to Marvin Hagler, to Bernard Hopkins. And I hope that Gennady Golovkin could be that next great middleweight champion. It's the original 8 weight classes. Super middleweight division didn't exist like 30 years ago, 40 years ago. It did not exist. But the middleweight division is part of the original 8 weight classes. I think these weight classes hold more weight than the junior divisions, than the super middleweight or junior middleweight division, because these weight classes have always been around. And as D-Style said in his video about catchweights, about the Sean Porter versus Adrian Broner video, which he did live, he was saying how catchweights, like these junior divisions and super divisions, are already catchweights of the original weight divisions. So I argue that Gennady Golovkin should stay as a middleweight because even though it's consensus against the audience, against all the YTBC and the boxing people, anybody that know boxing, you're like, Gennady Golovkin is the best middleweight of the world. Yes, but he hasn't beaten everyone in his division. A champion should reign. You know what will make Gennady Golovkin a great middleweight? Beating Bernard Hopkins' record of 20 title defenses. If it's against the best that his division has at the time, then so be it. But he's still, if he beats, I'm not saying he will, but if it's against the best competition, then he still beats the record. And he hasn't beaten everyone in his weight class. He hasn't. I'm looking right here at the top, the ring's top 10, right? Look, Miguel Cotto's higher than him. He's the ring champion. He beat the guy who beat the guy who beat the guy. You know, he beat Sergio Martinez, who was the guy, who of course ducked Gennady Golovkin, but that's not his fault. But he's not the guy at middleweight. Miguel Cotto is, because he beat the guy. And I know we're gonna say like, oh, but he's not. But he is, because he has that lineal title. And until he loses, he holds that lineal title, and he will be the guy at middleweight. So he has yet to beat Miguel Cotto, who is the guy at middleweight, even though Gennady Golovkin is the people's champion at middleweight. Okay, so Cotto's number one. He's a champion. He's the guy. Gennady Golovkin just holds another title. Then we got Andy Lee, who's the WBO champion. We got Peter Quillin, who's undefeated, by the way, who had a draw against Andy Lee last month. Last month. It was in April. Daniel Gill, who he's knocked out. And Hassan Ndam, who is going to fight for the IBF middleweight champion of the world against, what's his name, David Lemieux. Martin Murray, who he knocked out. Jermaine Taylor, who's going to jail. Billy Joe Saunders. You got Daniel Jacobs. And you got Chris Eubank. And then outside of the list, you got Daniel Lemieux. So there's plenty of top contenders and the middleweight division that Triple G has yet to face. So why are we saying that Triple G should move up in weight when there's plenty of top contenders in his own division? By saying this, we are giving these guys a pass. We are giving these duckers like Miguel Cotto, like Andy Lee, like Peter Quillin, who hold titles or have held titles or are positioned to fight for titles. You are letting these guys get away with clearly ducking Triple G. And I'm not giving Miguel Cotto a pass just because he's a legend and he's a badass and he's fought many tough wars. You know why? Because he's the guy. He holds that green WBC belt. He holds the ring championship at the division. And if you're a champion, you should fight all comers. No Daniel Gills. You should not fight a Daniel Gill, who's a guy, who Gennady Golovkin knocked out in 3 rounds, man. And I will give a pass if you're going to fight Canelo. Yeah. Only because Canelo is just such a big fight and Canelo's just so good. He's so good. And at this point, this guy's a middleweight. Canelo's a middleweight. He can't make the 154-pound division. All his last 3 fights have been at 155. That's a middleweight. That's a middleweight already. If you can't make junior middleweight, you're a middleweight. So he should just move up, fight Cotto, beat Cotto's ass. And if he beats Cotto's ass, he's going to have that ring belt, that WBC belt. So he will be the guy in the middleweight division. And then maybe we'll have Golovkin going to fight Canelo. But you still got the WBO title and Andy Lee, the winner of Lemieux and Dam for the IBF. And then we got, what was the champion? Yeah, we got Cotto, Golovkin, Andy Lee, and then Dam Lemieux winner. So how are we expecting Gennady Golovkin to move up if he only has 1 title? This is what I kind of don't like about this era, because champions and contenders, they're always moving up. And that just tells me that they're not comfortable in their weight class. Like, they got to kill themselves to make the weight. And I don't feel that with Triple G. I just don't. Like, he never complains about his weight. Abel Sanchez never talks about Gennady Golovkin having weight troubles. So Triple G's a natural middleweight. We should not make him move up. Plus, he's not the king of his division. He hasn't beaten everybody. He's not undisputed champion. I think if, let's say like an Adrian Broner, he was at 130. He didn't face everyone. He didn't face that Japanese dude Uchiyama, who's a total badass at 130. He didn't face that guy. He didn't face Miguel Vasquez at lightweight, or Terrence Crawford at lightweight. He didn't face all the top guys at 147, though. He didn't face Pacquiao. He didn't face Mayweather. So he's been champion and all that. Sure, he's a 3 division champion, but he was never the guy at any weight division. So a lot of great champions have never been the guy. Mayweather has never been the guy in any weight class. Maybe until now you could say at 147, but you know that there was still Kell Brook who had the IBF title, but that like De La Hoya had never been the guy in any weight. He's just a 6 division champion, which is amazing resumes. Of course, I'm not bashing the resume in any sense, but let's say like a Marvin Hagler or a Bernard Hopkins, who are great middleweights. They wanted to be great middleweights. They wanted to keep defending their titles because they wanted that to be their legacy as a great middleweight. And I think they'll be remembered more for that. Even if Hagler, let's say Hagler had moved up and fought for the 168 title and won the super middleweight championship, he would be more remembered for his lengthy reign as a middleweight and not for that one belt that he holds, because he probably wouldn't have been the guy at 168. You know what I'm saying? So I think a legacy could be built in one weight class, because a champion is not just becoming a champion. It's defending the belt over and over and over again. And with this era, like, you're getting contenders not wanting to fight champions. So the champions gotta call out contenders. That's just insane to me. Like, Kell Brook's calling out Amir Khan when Kell Brook's the champion. When it should be Amir Khan chasing Kell Brook, but you don't have that. And Golovkin fights 4 times a year, so he's fighting his competition. He's not fighting Mauricio Herrera and Rod Saka, and that's his whole year. He's fighting Martin Murray, Monroe, and it's not even junior, guys. So he's probably gonna fight twice again. So he's defending his belt. He's calling out everybody, and I don't think he should leave until he unifies it. I know you're gonna say boxing politics, Al Heyman, all this, but I don't take that into consideration because I'm a fan. I don't care about all these politics. I'm like, make these fights happen. Golovkin versus Quillen would be a shootout, man. That would be so much fun for the fans, especially the Kid Chocolate haters, because he would get destroyed. But that's what we believe. We believe that Triple G beats all these guys. We believe that he destroys Cotto. We believe that he destroys Andy Lee, Quillen, and Daniel Jacobs, Lemieux. We believe that. But this is just an opinion right now until they fight, until they get into the ring. That's why fights are made. That's why these fights have to be made. We should not give fighters credit for beating someone if they haven't beaten them. We should not say, oh, Mayweather didn't fight Margarito. He would have beat him anyway. We do not know. He would have beaten Paul Williams. He would. You see what Cotto did to Sergio Martinez? Mayweather would have beaten that. You know, you got these Mayweather fans giving Mayweather credit for when Marquez knocked out Pacquiao. Which victory was more spectacular? Marquez versus Pacquiao number 4 or Mayweather Pacquiao? I think that's an easy choice for me. At least Marquez had a knock the fuck out type of fight. That's way more spectacular, way more impressive than what Mayweather did, which I praise to the max, by the way. So anybody trying to say that I don't give Mayweather credit or give this fighter credit, I just call him like I see it. I'm a big Triple G fan, yes, but I think he should build his legacy at middleweight, be the guy, because he is not the guy at middleweight. He's not. Even though we believe that he beat most of these guys, and I think he'll beat most of these guys too. But these fighters should be stepping up. These fighters, Peter Quillen should be stepping up. Andy Lee should be stepping up. Cotto should be stepping up, man. Oh, they should be saying Triple G's calling me out on HBO. Cotto should be jumping out of his seat, watching it because he watches the big drama show. He should be jumping out of his couch, man. Oh, this guy keeps calling me out. Well, I'm gonna give his team a call. I'm gonna give K2 Promotions. Hey, what's up? Yeah. He should be saying on the phone, saying, "What's up? I want this guy next. Cancel my fight with Gil, or after I beat Gil's ass, I want Gennady Golovkin." That's why you should be like, that's why I didn't fight Canelo, because I want Gennady Golovkin. That's how champions do. That's how champions should behave. And I just don't understand why the Son of God's being brought up when he's not a champion. He really has nothing to give to Triple G. There's no reason why Triple G should fight. He's in super middleweight. He doesn't have a title. He hasn't fought in 2 years. So I don't know why his name keeps coming up. He's gonna fight a guy named Smith, Paul Smith, John Smith. I'm not even acting like, I'm not even just trying to hate on Ward. I literally don't know his opponent's name. I think it's something with Smith, but I'm not hating. I don't know his opponent's name. So, and he's gonna fight on BET. So why does his name keep coming up when he's not in this guy's weight division? And this guy doesn't have all the titles in his own weight division, and there's still contenders left in his own weight division. Martin Murray was a good fighter, but by no means was he the best at middleweight. So by him moving up, he's saying like, "Oh, it's okay that these guys will duck me. I'll find another challenge." And plus, this guy's getting his money at middleweight, man. HBO has put that rocket ship up his ass, and he's getting popular. He's getting fans. So, hey, no, there's no shame in his game. There's no shame in what he's doing. And just because he destroys these guys doesn't mean they're chumps. And there's been a lot of criticism on Cotto for taking the Gil fight, and I criticize him too because I want to see that Canelo fight. But don't be surprised if Gil gives Cotto a hard time. And don't be shocked. I'll be surprised. Don't be shocked if Gil pulls up the upset against Miguel Cotto. I hope not, because then the Canelo fight, the Golovkin fight are out the window. Don't be shocked if Gil pulls up. Just because Gennady makes these guys look like chumps doesn't mean they are. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. What do you think Triple G should do next? Do you really want him to fight Ward? Or are you just saying that because you don't think Gennady Golovkin has been challenging himself lately? Like, do you really want to watch a Ward fight? Just let me know. Are any of you guys a fan of Andre Ward? Please tell me that, and why, please. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate and subscribe. Peace.